We are going to work together as an entire school to make a paper mural, or a large artwork mounted to a wall. This mural will be inspired by the style of artist Thank You X. Let's watch this story about his work and how he became known as Thank You X.
So I was just this kid doing art and putting it out in the streets, and I never thought anything would come from it. I just wanted to do it just to do it. And I get a cold email from Snapchat one day just being like, hey, we like your art, we want to come meet you. So from there, I met the Snapchat guys, and 6 months later they asked me to do all the art for their new offices that they're moving into. Welcome to Street Art Stories. I'm Thank You X. My artwork was in an executive's office at a major movie studio, and someone went in for a meeting one day and took a picture of my piece, sent it to his friend, and that friend happened to be Evan Spiegel, the CEO of Snapchat, and there was like 15 people working for them at the time. They were in a house, and they were amazing people. They were doing all these amazing things. That was life-changing for me because it opened so many doors. It opened the floodgates for like the tech world to be like, this is the artist that Snapchat likes. And so from there, all these other major tech companies were hitting me up. And I remember being so grateful for that moment. It's kind of like these series of things where I was just doing art, someone noticed it, and then galleries would hit me up, blogs would hit me up. So everything was very natural. Like I put it in front of people, people liked it, and then reached out to me. Everything that I started doing was just a tribute to Warhol. So Warhol specifically broke down barriers, and he changed what art could be. He made a Brillo box an art piece. He made a soup can an art piece. I just came out and said thank you, and then signed it with Anonymous X. And then all the different art blogs were posting it being like, Thank You X puts another tribute to Warhol. And I was like, oh, okay, well I guess I'm Thank You X. And then that's how everything started. My art has several layers to it. Every cube is a different story, and it might just look like a pattern, but there's a lot of hidden messages, and things are flipped around, moved backwards, so it's almost like a puzzle. When a musician writes a song and you have a feeling, that's not what the singer was trying to tell you, but that's the story that you told yourself. I want it to be a story that you can see that I didn't even mean to write. Social media is the best thing to ever happen to artists because now I can reach people in Dubai and Saudi Arabia and China and Brazil. The craziest thing that's happened to me on social media was from a teacher tagging me in a photo on Instagram in North Carolina. She had set a lesson plan all based on my art for her middle school art class. And they were making this big cube mural at their school. And I was blown away. So I reached out to the teacher and I was like, hey, I want to help. Like, how can I be part of this? I ended up doing like 20 Skype calls with different classes all across America because one teacher found me on Instagram. And I think that's the biggest positive with social media is your reach that you have and the effect you can have on teaching kids and showing them that there's not just the traditional way of doing things. I saw a good quote that was, be who you needed when you were younger to someone else. I always think about that, and so that's kind of what my underlying slogan would be for myself, to be the person that I needed when I was younger. I think for me, it's important to always remember where I came from and somehow always have that tie into what I'm still doing so that I'm always true to myself. I want to always have that be at the core of what I'm doing.
Now that you have seen the works of Thank You X, each of you are going to create a cube piece for Woodburn's mural. Your cube will tell your story, and when placed together with others, the mural will tell the story of Woodburn. Remember to make sure where you are creating art is in a place that is okay to leave your mark, like this paper. We are going to use this cube template for our artwork today. Side 1 is colored in black and will be left blank, so please do not draw anything in this space. We will start with side number 2 on the left and draw one large symbol to help tell the story of you. When you are deciding on your symbol, think of things important to you. Do you play a sport? What is your favorite food? Your favorite book? Movie? Animal? Hobby, or activity? As you draw your symbol, make sure it is large, mostly filling the square. The mural will be on the wall, and yours could possibly be higher up on the wall, and we want everyone to be able to see your story. Once you have drawn your symbol, use a line to create a pattern behind your symbol. Draw that same line over and over, skipping over your large symbol and not drawing through it. Here are some ideas of different line patterns to choose from when drawing your background pattern. In side number 3, choose another symbol, but this time we will use the symbol to create a pattern. Pick a simple shape and draw it 9 times, creating a pattern, trying to keep your drawings as similar as possible. It will be easier to do this if you draw all, say, 9 ice cream cones than all scoops of ice cream, for example. Remember to keep it simple as possible but still recognizable. To make sure this pattern stands out more, we will leave this background blank and fill with a solid color in a later step compared to the other side with a busier background. Now we get to add color. As you color, make sure you use different colors, meaning don't color your symbol, say, blue, and your background also blue. This will make sure your square does not look like one solid square of color, losing the definition of your drawing. Just like when I drew my ice cream, I'm going to color all my cones at once, then changing colors for my ice cream scoops. For the background of side 3, pick your favorite color to fill it in one solid background color. If you would like to test a color, use the area outside the cube. You can also use this area to test how colors would blend by layering to create a new color. Once you are finished adding your color, use scissors to carefully cut out your cube. Cut slowly and as straight as possible on the outside of the black line of the cube, leaving a thick outline around your cube. Your cube will be added along with all the other students' cubes to create the whole school mural telling the story of the Woodburn Wolves.